eUnited's been a team fighting to prove they're like a top 2 or 3 team. And God, it just does not look good as of late at all. I don't know. I mean, this is another series. It could go the distance. It could be a 3-0 from either side.
Well, we'll see what happens. I do love the map breakdown in this one. A St. Marie du Mont hardpoint to kick things off. We'll actually see Flag Tower in Game 3. Quite rare as the CWL Pro League has developed, but off the break of this one, ooh, gosh. I really don't know which way to side. If you talked to me 2 weeks ago, I have eUnited 3-0ing EG.
Oh, yeah.
You talk to me right now, I actually don't know who to call.
Whatever team's in form tonight. That's all it is to me. And the big thing, you know, if you're United, you did get a match under your belt earlier. The problem is you got smoked in that match.
Yeah.
Not sure how much you can take from it. They did get to talk things over. They were sitting and watching the other matches. Let's see what they can do. It is Aches with 2 kills early to open things up. See if he can keep this streak rolling right now. He's going to easy pickings there in Courtyard. Pristini goes to peek the edge, almost drops as well. But Aches and Apathy, both of them combined to pick up all 5 kills for EG and get them some early time.
Yeah, and I think, do they recognize where Arcides has kind of placed himself? I don't think so as of yet. Will he give away his position is also a question for me. There's still 25 seconds left on this middle hill. His teammates are all spawning out. Now he'll begin to show, and you'll see EG react to this accordingly. Look at that close spawn Aches just got.
Well, the big thing is Nameless wrapping back there, right? Nameless pushed up in a little bit in a more aggressive position, probably no chance for that spawn, but Nameless actually gets both of them. He spawns his first, he spawns his entire team safe.
And that
rotated back.
That couldn't have worked out more perfectly. Look at the score right now, 36-5. EG already have a presence at this new hill. There's the entry for Bassini. Second player's given away his position 2. That's Enable trying to stay alive inside the back L. He will at least get 2, but it's the close spawns in favor of eUnited right now, Maven.
United going to be able to keep on flooding. Arcides actually got up to a 4 streak during that. On the other side, Enable's 7-1 right now. He just finally dropped, but a nice start for him. Pristini, though, finding several kills before he falls, doing a good job to break the actual hard point. But if you're pushing for the front right now for EG, just do a good job trying to contest, pick up whatever time you can, just make sure eUnited can't get a big chunk of change. And so far, they're doing a pretty solid job of that. They're just making sure eUnited can't get in easily, despite the fact they have the favored spawn. eUnited's had the spawn for what? Most of this hard point. They haven't really turned it into too many points. Now, at least they'll get the final 20 seconds here.
Yeah, that'll be the swing. The final 20 seconds to them. I don't think anyone's earned any streaks. Enable was really the one with the hottest start at 7-1. He's now 8-4. Nameless trying to watch us outside lane. 2-piece from Aches as he cleans up both players who are weak. And just like that, it will be EG in control of the rotation. The lead, which was 35 seconds, now down to just 15.
Now, can EG answer back with a stronghold here? Certainly in position to do it. The 4-man push going to start to come in. Enable peeking in there gets a lot of information. He knows no one's going to be flooding through tower. So everyone's going to be coming in through mid-map. And Enable comes back, able to assist. Nameless does drop in the process, though, but you still have reinforcements set up here. Enable's going huge. I mean, that info he got allowed him to wrap back and just focus entirely on mid. 2 kills, which could prove crucial, but still trying to flood in is eUnited.
You can see Nameless playing his life inside the hard point, doing what he can to dance around, but there's the break from eUnited. It's Pristini. Just like in the first series, Maven, already at 20 engagements, more than 8 ahead of second on his team.
Yeah, I mean, he plays at a pace which is hard to replicate for most players. We'll see if he can keep it up. And the fact that he was getting so many engagements, but also remaining positive and winning the big gunfights in and around the hard point, just like that.
Yep.
A one-on-one there. I mean, I know it's only a couple seconds, but still, he's winning so many one-on-ones. Now, let's see. EG is going to have to try and hold on to the hard point yet again.
Shots.
Jeez, silly. Just peels the face off Nameless.
Pristini, though, now with the pinch. Doesn't get much easier than that entry kill. And the second, the swap to the AR for the chain together 2-piece onto Apathy. Pristini doing everything he can. It's almost like he's been a one-man army at times, Maven, breaking in towards these hills. We saw it at Winery, then he did it at that second parking lot hill. Attempts at a lookout post, doesn't work out there. 89-49, the biggest lead of the game now for EG.
Well, I guess where's that follow-up? Because a lot of times we see him doing it as the lead man. It's not like he's, baiting a teammate in and finding the kill behind it. No, there he kind of has Silly in front. But you see Silly at 4 and 10, and Pristini at 15 and 12. It's like, what's going on there? Is there a pacing issue with the players that are rocking around with subs? Something seems to be a little bit off just looking at the stats of it.
Yeah. Could not agree more. 50-second lead for Evil Genius's Apathy. Waiting inside Courtyard. Free kill there. 2-piece. No, not going to work out. He can't chain together the shots, but there's already presence here from EG. They're looking exceptional off the break of this hard point. And again, I think they're just doing a better job as a team of playing this map up to this point.
Man, eUnited, they've got to swing something in this series. 'Cause, like, the FaZe loss, the way FaZe has looked, you can kind of be, all right, I get it. The way NB's been playing, okay, all right, NB's been stellar. They have potential to go 6-0 before their match with LG, but if EG come in here and just, or sorry, if EG come in here and just smoke them,
yeah, no, there's definitely some bigger issues there as Arcides takes one with him and gets out with his life. Look at how close he is to these streaks. Does he just sprint towards this new hill and just wait for the score? I feel like that's his best play. Or he might just play a corner here and look to get these spawns for his squad. I think he's been spotted. Yes, they do know he's back here. Here's the issue. Typically, you kind of play a trade here and challenge a 1v1 that Arcides should get the kill for, and that can't be more awkward. Silly now all by himself for eUnited. If EG win this rotation, oh, this lead's going up to 100 seconds.
And God, Silly just can't get anything going. What was he, 4-9 when I mentioned? Now he's 5-14. Like, it's not getting better. It's somehow getting statistically worse for him over the course of this game. Basically triple neg right now. Silly has got to turn it around. But they're at least finding some time here. Doing a good job trying to contest in from the front. Nameless will get picked up in that back barn. Streaks do come in for Apathy though, so he's got a couple there to work with. But at least, you know, you didn't get buried here. It looks scary at first with the spawns.
The silver lining for eUnited is they're able to punch right through the front door on this retake, and they haven't lost control of it since. Now it finally looks like EG should swing it in their favor, but as I say that, Clayster trades the kill. I thought it was going to be a 100-second difference. Instead, even with EG winning the rotation, they really just keep the same lead they had before. 60 seconds, but they have streaks to break at parking lot.
Yep, they have those streaks, and I mean, that was a good little set there from eUnited. Not only do you break through with the unfavored spawns to a degree in the second, but then you get the easy rotation over to the third. And now you call in the glide bomb, trying to track Silly, able to connect. Silly's woes continue.
And that, wow, he's the last 2 kills in the kill feed. He appeared there twice.
Oh, God.
Will they check the back corner? They will. There's the chain from Nameless. One final threat near the hard point. That's going to be Pristini, who's in the close corner. And it looks like he's been tagged up by Aches. That's all you can ask for if you're an EG fan. With 27 seconds left on this Hill Maven, again, they can push for their biggest lead of the game. They're getting closer and closer to that number where eUnited will have to start chasing every bit of scrap, or else EG can essentially just win off scrap time.
It's just one of those games, man. I mean, we talked about it a little bit on Hot Mic. I think they were talking about, I don't know, it was eUnited or Epsilon, but the players were saying when one player really, really struggles for a team, when you're playing with the top 16 teams in the world, it's got to be a 4-man effort. You can't have somebody going triple negative and expect to get victories. Yeah, it'll happen from time to time, don't get me wrong, but it's just one of those maps. I know, we've seen there's been unfortunate sequences for Silly, absolutely. But it's how do you win the game right now? It's 7-20.
No matter what team you are, you have a team that's going 7-20, you're going to have a bad time. 80-second lead now for EG. A pinch developed there by Arcides to at least give his team a chance to break on in, but again, every second that goes by only favors EG in the long run. 189 to 106 the score. Arcides gets gunned there by Nameless as Silly answers back with a kill.
30 seconds or so left. eUnited is set up inside. Apathy gets the break and almost wins a one-on-one to at least contest or rack up some of that time in the scrap time per lookout post. But here we go. We'll get back to Restaurant in our third set of rotations here. eUnited still in it, but a scary lead.
Scary lead indeed. And it's only getting worse as they are set up now for the red hard point. eUnited rotating now through Courtyard. They have been spotted. First 2 kills in rotation again, and this seems to be the common theme so far of this map, Maven. eUnited have gone from looking like a force and hard point to now looking like one of those teams that's has definitely some issues in regards to pacing and overall setups that they go for.
And we've seen a lot of teams have that issue be a little bit up and down. I mean, I think about Optic. Optic, I thought, was looking like the best hardpoint team one day, and then the next day they lose 4 hardpoints in a row. So it can certainly happen to anybody, but just eUnited, man. This game one is not looking pretty, and with the woes they're having right now, you know, I talked to Clay a little bit about it, and he said one thing they were bumping heads about is, like, he would get really mad when the guys would start screaming after a map 1 loss. Like, try to remain positive, right? And sometimes the guys just lose it a little bit after game 1. It's been really frustrating to them. Is that going to happen here?
Well, this is an example, right, of the lead getting to a point where EG can just start chasing scrap. There, they get 10 seconds of scrap time that puts them, again, closer to within reach. If they split time here with EG, or at least contest a tiny little bit, this game gets closer and closer to being out of reach. eUnited need a near flawless hardpoint and then a perfect rotation to parking lot if they want to win this game. It's one of the toughest things to do in competitive Call of Duty in World War II.
All right, well, Clay got picked in the back,
Wow.
and now Aches and Apathy just push on through. A streak almost got invested, but didn't even need to come in. The Aches and Apathy show just begins to dominate, but there you go. Pristini getting a couple of kills. Silly somehow managing to get streaks despite the 13 and 26 scoreline he has right now, but doesn't look like it's going to be enough. It's probably not going to end here, but my God.
And again, this is a perfect example. At 2:38 now, eUnited need to continue to flood this hill. And on the other side, EG, they know eUnited can't win off this hard point. Even if they get 9 seconds here when you're this close in a game, look at this. When would you ever see a team chase 6 seconds of scrap time? Well, when it brings you within now 5 seconds of winning, it's a pretty good position to be in.
It's got to be perfect now from eUnited, like you said. They do have one streak to work with, but that is about it. They're holding right now. Here comes the break opportunity for Evil Geniuses.
Apathy. There's the entry. They're not on the close street spawn. 1 kill on the hard point goes to Mercedes, 1 to Silly, so they do hold the first wave of kills. Still, though, down by 55 seconds. Apathy wins his gunfight versus Clayster. He gets quickly traded. Aches with one of his own. Here comes the push now from EG.
Here we go. The break starting to come in. Silly trying to hold from the box. Maybe the last one in. One more player trying to do it. EG hasn't been able to break in yet. eUnited has brought this a lot closer.
Look, they just had a fighter pilot for the scrap time. And now look at where Evil Geniuses are set up.
We'd love to have that fighter pilot right now.
Exactly. All EG need to do is just get 1 or 2 kills on this rotation, and this game is over.
Aches with the first, almost able to gun the second, but can't pick it up. This should be it. There we go. They're all spawning out. The final couple ticks come in, and Evil Geniuses will get the map 1 victory and take control of this series, and that's what you love to see out of Nameless.
Absolutely. Nameless getting on his feet. EG hand eUnited their 4th straight map loss today, as that's the way you want to start week 2 of Evil Geniuses. When we talk about teams from Division A that had a rough week 1 and then bounced back for week 2, you can make that same case for Evil Geniuses here, and that's how you've got to start it.
Frustration right now. They're talking through things from eUnited, but not the way you want to start this series. It's one of those, like with both teams struggling, I feel like map 1 becomes even more important in a way, right? Like you get that first victory, it kind of sets the tone for you. And I know we've seen comebacks, we've seen map 1 be a long distant thought when you look a couple maps into a series, but in this particular one, you got to feel like there's just a lot more weight on it.
We also discussed how back in Division A, the team that won map 1 had won like the first, I think it was like 12 or 13 series we had.
There was only one series, I think, that didn't.
In the whole thing?
Yeah, in Division A,
yeah. So we've seen that winning that map 1 is huge for the outlook on the series, and right now that advantage goes to EG.
Oh, wow. We talked about the United struggles, and we saw that Silly was really struggling to get anything going. But what stood out for you maybe on the EG side? Why were they able to get that victory? Is there anything that really, really stood out to you over the course of that game?
They had a couple key rotation victories. For one, you know, these guys all know the fundamentals of hardpoint, right? I think for me, that parking lot hill where you had Aches playing all the way in the back, laid down, let people cross in front of his sights. EG just kind of outplayed eUnited there. And again, you know, they had a couple setups that they could have done better, but I think they dominated red for the most part. They did a better job of not really 100 like zeroing any EG on any hill, or sorry, eUnited on any hill, but they did a good job of beating them just by enough on every single hard point, outplaying them on really every single hill on St. Marie.
And, you know, for Silly struggles, you know, we talked about like at the end of IW, remember like how good he became with the Errad? We were talking about he was just frying people. I remember calling him like, he was like the bane of the existence for Splice, I remember, for a while. When eUnited them would match up, he would just be dropping 40 plus. He looked so good with the sub in his hands. I think we haven't exactly seen that Silly so far in this title where he can take over maps. It seems like it has to be Arcades or Clay and Pristini at times. Like, we haven't really seen Silly, I don't know, live up to some of the stuff we saw from him last year. Is it maybe back to classic move? Is he struggling with that? Maybe the role in the team currently?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It's out of my league. It's something that they've got to get figured out. I know they had a good conversation and lead up into this match in regards to kind of regaining composure from the rough series loss earlier. But as you can see, EG, this is kind of what we thought we'd see from this team a little bit more when this squad was formed. Yes, there were some worries about play styles and who would run, you know, a submachine gun, but looks like they had things figured out there in map 1. Now it's time to head to search and destroy. And we'll see what they can do on Arden Forest S&D, which is map 2.
Yeah, this they look good, like you said, for a map. Can they do it for this full best of 5? I guess is the big question for me. If they could take a 2-0 edge in this one, you feel very good about EG's chances here. But again, the big thing, it just feels like it's got to be more important to United. You have more to play for. It feels more like your back's against the wall, but the expectations where they were for this team. Oh, a lot rides on this search, a lot rides on this series.
Does it make it worse for eUnited if Clayster loses to Aches here? Does that burn just that little bit more?
Well, I mean, combined with the fact that he gets smoked by FaZe and a lot of former teammates, it doesn't help. I don't know how much that rivalry still exists. I mean, it's been a long time, obviously, but you never want to lose a former teammate, especially one you won a ton of tournaments.
You just never want to lose to Aches.
Yeah.
He always finds a way to make you know what happened. He reminds you. He's very, very proud to do that.
He's like a tick.
Oh, God, I don't think it's that bad. I would say maybe more like a fly.
Okay.
He's like a tick.
Not one that embeds.
He buries himself into you and gives you a disease.
Well, first round, a lot of pressure towards A for eUnited. They're trying to hold off.
And this is a strategy we're seeing more and more. Again, we always see S&D slowly develop over the year. The new one is flood A, use everything you can at it. Well, now teams are just giving up the A cabin cover and retaking 4 versus 3.
Clayster was looking for the angle. Now it's going to be 2 versus 2. Suddenly it's Clay by himself. Clay should be able to at least line up 1. Second player there as well, but he peeks out. Apathy gets it. Apathy gets all 4. Apathy with the ace. Apathy with the defuse. He's going to be very, very close to streaks here to kick off this second game.
You said Apathy a lot right there.
Well, he's a handsome man.
He most certainly is. As that's about as good a round you can have if you're Apathy.
That literally is. Like, let's get all 4 and the defuse.
And what I will say, I love the decision. Fall back off the site. Don't get first blooded. You know they're going to swarm you there, especially with that setup that eUnited go with, EG go with on defense.
Jeez.
They don't have anyone in middle map, so there's no way to watch the cross, help relieve some of the pressure. You've got to give it up there.
550 points in the first round for Apathy. I can't think of how many times I've seen something like that. That's nuts, man.
If this goes to round 11 and Apathy keeps this up, he's on pace for 44 kills.
That would be quite impressive.
It might just happen.
Apathy. Don't want to be in a position where you're getting picked by yourself. Try and at least set yourself up so you can trade a kill. You got to bait a teammate in a position like this. Arcee's on the cross.
I don't know what that was.
Feeds Nameless a kill. Nameless with another. Maybe it's his turn for an ace.
And Apathy's going to get a plant. Are they going to try to rush this and see if they can kill him while planting? I feel like they are. Yep. You saw Clayster just try to sprint right in. This is their goal, but he does get the plant off. Streaks earned and even more. And EG, they're all smiles. As that's, I don't know what Arcees was doing right there.
Well, there was a smoke in front, right? I don't know if he was trying to reposition to cave or try to get the angle, but it didn't work. Didn't work.
I can tell you one thing. Yeah, you can try to defend from the cabin cover, but I can promise you the best play is not to leave the cabin cover. If you're going to go, don't go forward.
Well, usually, you see team back up to the rock, or fall back a little bit. Not to just run across and feed Nameless a kill. All right, 2-0 EG. The nightmare for eUnited continues. Apathy has been a juggernaut in this one. 5-0, full streaks. Now looking to rock inside of U. He's got Clayster out to his left. The rest of eUnited, they're set up inside of Bell. The push is starting to come. The call will come into the rest of the squad, but Enable and Nameless seem up to the test right now. Now Apathy pushes out. Clayster, helmet removed. But it is a 2v2 now. Apathy tags one and backs away. They've
both
got him
teams know where each other are. It's a 2v2, and every single player just shot and gave away their position.
And Apathy repositions the mid here, so they kind of have him locked in the Bell. They have all the information they need. Nameless is in a position where he can back up if he needs to.
Can we swap to eUnited for one moment? Do they have Mountain on? Yes. So okay, that's what I was wondering. He does spot Arcees. That's the second time today Arcees has been spotted with a glide bomb while he has Mountain on. But I was wondering if they just use that streak to basically win him the round. They do, and wow. Apathy is very fired up, and he just said a boo-boo word.
He's still on.
That's not good.
He's on pace for 1 million kills. What's he at now, 7-0?
Told you, 44.
I almost want this to go the distance just to see how much he can pick up, but the way it's going, the looks on their faces, we might be looking at 6-0.
Rough start to the search and destroy. Moving forward, Apathy 8-0. He's going to grab bomb again because he's working towards his second set of streaks.
Dear God.
I mean, that's a terrible stun, actually. That was one of the worst stuns I've ever seen. It's 9-0. 10-0. Bomb plant. He'll earn another fighter pilot from this. Congratulations to Apathy. You earned a second fighter pilot before you used the first, and
I can't think of many starts to a search I've seen like this.
someone's got to calm this man down. 10-0 from Apathy. 4-0 EG, and more streaks still to show for it. Love that repositioning from Aches. Get that brilliant cover at the top ruins area, and I can promise you something. Even if Frostini gets that kill onto Aches, Apathy is there for his 11th kill in this perfect game so far.
Well, let's focus on this, and we've been talking a lot about Apathy, but let's just see what's going right for EG, like in particular. What they've been able to set up here, it's been so difficult. So let's look at the mini-map. We can see they're split right now. It's going to be Aches overplaying in cabin.
Well, I will say this. Last time, they perfectly blind countered the aggression from eUnited. They sent 3 to B. They had members there. Now they're going to give up the site, play for a retake. I'm wondering if they mortar first. Yep, mortar the top ruins. You know the guy's going to go there. If you're going to give it up, you just know he's going to go towards top ruins.
And now Clayster's pinned here in fire. He's going to drop as well.
That streak earned him more streaks. Apathy now 11-0. And right now I'm hearing with my headsets go, stay up, make them plant, make them plant, make them plant. No one's going to push in here yet. They actually tag up Arcides, but he'll fall on back. One pinned inside ruins. That's the round. 5-0 EG, as they are steamrolling right now.
Oh. I can't think of, like, what to compare this to right now for United. Like, it almost reminds me a little bit of just how we saw Echo Fox kind of fall apart when they had that 1-in-12 week in map count. They went 0-4 and just really, really struggled. It feels a little bit similar to that. So they can't find a win against anybody right now.
No, this team. Unfortunately for this team, they've got a lot more Call of Duty to play this week. This would be perfect if it was like
a lot more in stage 1. Period, too.
But now, the 6th round of this game.
Is Apathy going to die is all I want to know.
First blood from Aches. Apathy just waiting to use these streaks again. United have to know he's got them, so I'm wondering if they're all running Mountain still.
We saw Mountain
Armored.
on.
He's got Armored on.
Yep, Armored on Arcides.
So if Apathy calls in a streak, which I feel like he is, based off where he's positioned.
He has spotted a couple and dipped away. Maybe this is where he tries to call it in. He's just wrapping back. They know he spotted 2, I believe, there. So it looks like they still want to go ahead and hit B.
Now he's got help,
okay,
so they can't rush him.
Okay.
You'll see Arcides, you'll see Clayster. Clayster's his target. Does whiff that one.
But now they're going to go ahead and go. Nameless will get gunned on the edge. Clay almost able to peek out and get a second one.
Enable doesn't have infantry on, so he goes for the melee and actually just doesn't kill him. 12-0 from Apathy. Another mortar strike earned, and he gets out with his life.
I want to see him not die at this point. I mean, you got up to 12-0. 17 seconds left.
He's got to know he's pinned in here. Oh, no. No. They've got to just run from each other. Don't fight Apathy right now. 13.
Jeez.
The man is 13-0. I'm angry.
Now I need 5 rounds in a row from you.
No. Stop playing the music again.
This is where I need 5 rounds in a row for United just to see how high he can get. It sort of feels like it's over though, doesn't it?
Yeah. At that point, they're just telling him, no, stay alive. He's Apathy right now. You know, a couple plants or a fuse and a couple kills off of.
Don't go anyone else. Just stay on Apathy. He's 13-0.
Yeah.
The guy's earned it. It's the Apathy cam until he dies.
Look, he has no intentions of dying. No. He is strictly playing for this streak to keep going.
Thank you. Stay on this man. Stay on this man.
Mortar.
Mortar, and it actually is going to catch one. 14-0. Pristini's going to drop.
He saw Silly too.
I think he just saw him cross, yeah.
I think he's gonna retake this challenge. Yep. Oh, 2v2. Is he gonna use a fighter pilot?
This is unreal.
He could end this game 16-0.
This is unreal.
He could end this game 16-0. That would be the greatest single individual S&D performance I've ever seen stat-wise.
I don't think I've ever seen anything that high with 0 deaths.
In a pro league match or A regular match. He's got to go, though. He's going to get shot in the back. He's going to get shot in the back. Apathy, go! No! I'm completely biased at that point.
Yeah, no, that's just...
Now I don't care who wins.
Yeah.
But right there, I just want to see Apathy go 16-0.
That's just one of those ones where you want to see kind of a historical performance, right? That's unreal stuff. But finally, he does drop. RC's able to get the kill, and Apathy, we finally see he can actually die in this one. But all right, now can eUnited mount the comeback? They've strung together a couple rounds. This would be what, 5-0, 0-5 comeback for eUnited.
If this was like last year, he would have had like 3 payloads. He would have popped reactive armor 3 times over.
Smoke out there in U. Nameless going to soar on down through mid. Now he's gotten into a very aggressive position. There's one player in the back, which is going to be Pristini. Pristini's actually able to get a kill through mid, so Nameless will get into an aggressive spot and drop. Now Arcides finds one as well. The brother duo picking up some kills. Suddenly EG looking vulnerable. 3 in a row for eUnited. Imagine if this game had an 0-5 comeback and a 14-0 start from Apathy.
Oh my goodness. Here's the final kill from Arcides behind that incredible cover at front cabin. EG giving up 3 rounds in a row. I'm not exactly sure, but do they have anyone working towards streaks on eUnited? Can we swap through the players? So, okay. Silly closest, I believe. You've also got Arcides well on his way. So, Maven, they win this round. They get a plant from Silly here. It is absolutely reasonable.
And EG only has 1 at B currently. It's just going to be Apathy right now. He's by himself. So if this was a quick hit from eUnited, you'd be able to get control of that site very quickly, but they're taking their time right now. Is anyone going to react from EG? Now that an aid comes in, you might see somebody start to rotate over. Diving in goes Pristini.
Nothing yet.
Nobody's moved to this point. Site is theirs.
They're playing around the fighter pilot.
Yep. Here we go. Jet in.
Oh,
he gets a hit marker. Pristini almost immediately tags Clay as well, able to finish up Clay. The 15th kill now in for Apathy. And now moving forward is eUnited. They're trying to get this bomb down because
he plants
some streaks here.
Streaks. Oh, he's gonna earn these streaks.
And I wonder if eUnited is gonna, or sorry, EG realizes
this game is not over.
5.
This game is not over by any means.
Holy hell!
None of them should have mountain. Oh, they do.
Wow, that's big. So they realize he had the streaks.
What?
Doesn't find anything, but it is a 3v3 retake. Sorry, 4v3 retake for EG. He's gonna pull another streak here.
He's just gonna spray the bomb. He used those so quick. There's still a ton of time if you're EG. You know you've got them all pinned. Enable this team killed Aches. 1 player left.
They're wiping everybody else out. It's just going to be on Silly. 2 streaks used. He's getting chased. Hasn't been finished yet. He actually mortars bombs, so they weren't able to hop it yet. Did he stick it through the mortar?
I think he stuck it through the mortar.
I saw the mortar just pepper the minimap, so I was like, oh, he wasn't able to stick it. Did it not? Was there even a hit marker there for the... Well, we didn't see it from Silly's POV.
I didn't see it from Silly's POV.
I saw the mortar looked like it was literally just 3 directly on the bomb.
I don't know what just happened.
Okay. I think Pristini's face kind of explains that one.
Was it 16 and 2?
I mean, I assumed he couldn't be sticking it anymore, but I saw the mortar go off, but did it finish right before it connected? There's a little bit of a delay there, or did it...
Well, I will say this. Mortar, if you have armored on, takes 2. But he didn't have armored, but he might have had hunker.
And those were right on the bomb, at least from the minimap.
So, I mean, maybe as the second one is coming down, he finishes the defuse?
Maybe.
Did he even die, though, in general at the end of the round? I don't know.
Huh.
We're going to break.
Huh.
Listen, we're going to go to the break. We're going to regain. Everyone's going to regain because right now it is another 2-0 lead over eUnited here on day 1 of week 2 of Division B. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, more Call of Duty action. interesting start to this best of 5 as EG clutch up in the hard point, and that man on your screen, Apathy, the smile on his face, dropped 16 kills with a 14-0 start in the Search and Destroy, but as it went on, eUnited actually began to bring it back after being down 5-0. Silly earned streaks, drops a mortar on the bomb, and Maven, it doesn't actually get the kill.
Yeah, I walked out, first person I saw was Clay, and Clay goes, how did the mortars not kill him? I'm like, I don't know. We were just as confused, but then I talked to Nameless right after him. He basically said, there's spots on the map. If you're, let's say you're laying prone, right? There's like a little bit of an elevation. If the mortar hits that elevation and you're laying prone next to it, it won't do damage to you. So one of them, I guess, landed close and hit an elevated spot. The other two were actually on the other side of the bomb. So that's one of those scenarios. All I picture is like that movie where someone gets like shot at a lot and all the bullets like go around him. Like he's just sitting there like diffusing, bombs hitting all around him. Kind of wild stuff. But yeah, Clay, as confused as we were in broadcast, Clay was just as confused when he walked away.
The funniest line of all was when we were talking about it over here just before we came back from break. Maven goes, that kind of perfectly sums up eUnited's week so far.
Yeah, like,
and it's like, yeah,
my God, like that's just like what do you do there? You think, oh, I've got bomb mortared, I'm good. Not the case. A little bit of luck maybe on the EG side there, and a little unlucky for eUnited. But as it stands, 2-0 edge for EG.
I'd love to hear too if that's the highest. We got to talk to JP, but I wonder if 14-0 is one of the best starts in the history of CWL of anything.
I've been casting a while. I can't think of anything like that.
No.
I can think of.
He almost tripled up on streaks.
A couple like 10-0 games. I remember back in IW, Clay. It was the game 5 against Rise to get them into playoffs. I rember he had a 10-0 in that game.
Didn't Karma have like an 8-0 or something like that?
Remember that? I was at that crazy 250-249 game we casted, and then Clay just goes 5-0. I'm like, oh, that game 5 is not much. But Clay, guy we talk about is Mr. Map 5 a lot. But I 14-0, I can't think of something like that. Because usually, if you have someone with that's that high, it's usually like a quick 6-0, right? Like if you start that strong, it's usually a game that's ending pretty quickly. It's tough to do that.
I can promise you, EG wanted to have to finish 16-0 as well, just for the story. I mean, that is just ridiculous. But either way,
yeah, feel free to tweet us. I mean, if you know of a game that's more, and I don't have my
Maven
laptop in front of me. I'm just curious.
Maybe I'll give you $100.
Yeah, I can't think of one. I have $100.
Actually,
hey,
let's just say,
all right.
There's no opportunity for that, but
I'll do it.
You'll never see that money if you said it that, by the way.
Not Monopoly bucks.
Monopoly bucks. As we're just getting ready for the lobby to be set up here for Game 3. A quick day of matches outside of our Game 5 we saw earlier. We could be on our 4th 3-0 if EG continue to play at this pressure. Looking ahead at the week, though, the big storyline that's beginning to develop, Envy and LG, both perfect so far. 5-0. Envy plays Splice tomorrow, and LG plays FaZe. If they both win their series, we could have our marquee match of the league so far, which would be Envy versus LG, at both being 6-0 if they both win tomorrow on Thursday, for the opportunity to finish perfect in the group.
Just think about how fast things can change. I mean, we saw a lot of improvements in Division A, but I remember seeing on the Reddit, the COD Reddit, there was some kind of post about how bad Envy is right now. I think it was about scrimming complexity, how they're struggling to win maps there, and so on and so forth, how poor they look coming into the league, and now they could be in the top spot in a couple days.
Absolutely nuts, and depending on which players you talk to, league matches are everything, or for some players out of nowhere, league matches mean nothing. So, depending on which team you ask, of course, No, I think everyone knows this is the pro league. This is the biggest league of all.
You're trying to play for $500,000.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Flat Tower for the second time in Division B. I'm just so happy we're not in the woods. It's not snowing.
And you can tell how under practice these guys are as Apathy goes, oh, there's a grate there. I can't do that.
All right, well, a couple opening kills here from eUnited. I'll tell you one thing that can turn around, whether it's chemistry or frustrations with a team or whatever's going on, a victory can do that. So
yes.
Can they pull off a map here and maybe start getting some positive vibes going? Because you've seen the shots of the team. It has not looked very positive. It's tough, though, when you're struggling. So let's see what they can do here. But we've got Arcity's mid-bap. Some nice shots there with the FG42 to cut down Apathy. He's waiting on reinforcements. It's the rest of his team coming off a spawn. Nice shots again, able to pick up an Able.
And one thing to remember, too.
Here we go.
We know how much Clayster and eUnited have fed off the crowd at events before, especially Clayster. We have no crowd here at the CWL Pro League, right? So he's just in his own thoughts in those big moments. He's just kind of having to sulk there and figure things out without being able to get some hype behind a couple big plays. Here's a start you needed from someone. Arcity's 6-0, 1 kill off of earning 2 streaks.
He should play it safe here, though. He is the kind of the lone man until his reinforcements came in. So he's got Pristini and Silly now to work with. And he's just trying to sniff out one more kill.
I'm pretty sure even if he just picks up the flag, he earns these streaks.
Oh, it might be something he's able to do, as his brother has found kills on the opposite side. Arcety's just trying to find an easy kill. Doesn't want a difficult gunfight. Wow, Enable just pops up, and Arcity's is gone. What, 25 points or so off his streaks. Silly, though, able to grab the flag. Doesn't matter, though. He's pinned from all sides, and a return will come in here for EG.
And remember what we saw earlier tonight in some of these matches where a lot of caps actually wound up being counter caps based off of where these kills came in. Deep in the base on Ardennes Forest, deep in the base on London Docks. Of all maps, this one, Flag Tower, you get 4 dead in a spawn in a quick succession, and it's almost a guaranteed capture. There's no stun spots. It's just you're across the map. By the time they're up, you're already in your side of the base, and you've got cover. This one, you gotta be prepared for anything, especially in your base.
Well, this has been a good start from eUnited, at least when you take a look just at the kills overall and the pressure, right? They've at least touched the flag twice. But the difference, they haven't turned into points, so it doesn't matter all that much, and they haven't turned into streaks with Arcity's dropping. So even though EG's been kind of pinned for the most part here early on, it doesn't really matter unless you actually turn this into some points. 3 down, 4 down.
And now watch this. 4 dead in literally a 2-second window. Boom, already. 1 player spawned up. That was the closest spawn they'll get. Which is Nameless all the way up the map. Pristini should know he's here. Can't actually win the gunfight. But they know there's pressure in middle. Flag now beginning to go on through. There's the capture. eUnited strike first.
All right, so just as I say, they haven't been able to get anything on the board. There they do it, but this is a map where you do have counter capability, and this is where you might see it. Unlike something like Ardennes Forest, where it's very difficult to get the counter cap, this is a map where you can see it. If you invest so much to getting a score and sometimes leaving yourself vulnerable to 3-4 down situations, things can get ugly and flip very quickly, similar to London Docks. But there, at least, eUnited able to hold. It got scary for a moment. They were 3 down, and flag was getting touched.
The final players who just came up actually spawned right behind the flag. So even with a member there of EG, the spawn's still sticky enough to keep them in that position to be able to easily contest their flag.
Aches. Rough start. 1-8 right now. He's got to pick it up here a bit for sure. Clayster will get the kill and the return. Now with just over a minute left, push up the map as eUnited.
Again, they've done a great job of getting these first couple kills. That is the 3rd or 4th time now, Maven, where they're fighting for middle map control, and they get the first couple entry kills to let them surge forward.
And it's huge on a map like this where you have to move 10, 15 feet, and you're all of a sudden on the other side of the map.
Again, Ardennes, for example, if you're in a middle map, you basically need like 3 waves of kills. If you're when you're fighting from like your fire tank to your opposite side of mid-street, and you're kind of just trying to get that first position, you almost need 3 waves of kills to get a pull. On this, 1 wave of kills in the middle map, another wave of kills in the base, and you basically got yourself a capture.
Well, let's see if in the final 30 or so seconds here, if EG can answer back. They haven't had a heck of a lot of offense. They've been penned for the most part. Pressure from the get-go, really, from eUnited. This is a really good half from them. I guess the thing that just stands out, you think maybe with Aches and 2-9 and the amount of pressure you had from eUnited, maybe you'd have a little bit more of a lead or at least picked up some streaks, but still it's a lead, right? But the way the series has been going, you'll take that 1-0. I guess part of me just feels like maybe you could have done a little bit more damage in the overall scoreline.
And if you're EG, you've gotten outslayed by about 10 kills in the first half. You're only down by 1. There's no streaks. This is absolutely still a game that you can win.
Oh, without question. And we've seen some wild turnarounds in CTF, especially on a map like this. You can really flip it on its head. Let's see if EG can close out this series, or if eUnited, a team that was kind of famous for some of their reverse sweeps last year, if maybe they can muster some of that magic again.
There's a look at eUnited. Getting ready to play second half of Flag Tower, capture the flag. Is it actually the second time we've seen this in Division B?
I believe so. I can only think of one other. Again, I make stuff up a lot.
Yeah, I typically you're like, oh yeah, no, I got sent this stat, but
no, that's just me.
Okay. So probably we've seen it a few more times than 2. But opening kills again for eUnited in middle map, again letting them surge right up.
But Enable does get through.
1 player's going to spawn though, right at, like in the next moments.
Can he get out with it is the question. Pristini pushing on one side. Flag is still out, but he's going to have 2 players to deal with mid-map. It's going to be 3 players to deal with mid-map right now. He's actually going back to the base. This is never the scenario you want to find yourself in, where you're pushing back to your opponent's base. But what are you going to do? Just look at the minimap right now in such a tough spot. They aren't ready for this at all, though. Enable trying to do everything, but there's one more. It's not safe yet, though. Clay does get a nice nade onto it. I thought he did. Might be able to tag him Nameless with it, but not able to finish it yet. This is going to be a score.
What?
Great job from Enable staying up. The wrap back worked great as he got a kill in almost a second there.
What a sequence of events. You never see moments like that, but they catch him off guard. And now look, Apathy playing sneaky with the silencer. Puts on the silencer. The players have to call out where he is, and they can't do it in time. Gets 2 kills, and EG again now with map control.
He's still in their top mid, but finally does drop it. What did we say? Like, not out of it, and how quickly this game can turn. That didn't take long at all, did it, Jack?
No, not at all. And I mean, they're basically playing 3v4. Ake's on pace for one of his better maps so far in the Pro League.
Stop. No, Ake's has been great, but he's had a couple really bad maps.
No.
This reminds me of Arcides on Arden Forest.
Oh, trust me. No, this is big. He's on pace for 3 kills in this one. Love you, Fat.
Was that the same thing we said about accuracy that one, Arden? Like,
yep.
It's just so tough. But 1-1. Now, some pressure coming in. It's Aches. Aches with a big play. Enable does have the flag. He had a magical run earlier in this, but he's getting pressed from both sides. Will end up dropping.
That was the key thing. Silly knew he had a teammate watching the cross, so all he had to do was play his life. At some point, Enable was going to be forced to make a move. Tries to dart to the left. Doesn't work out there. And some nice shots again by Silly.
It's like he's better at shooting people off head glitches than he is just in the open sometimes, right? He's had a couple nasty kills and a couple ugly ones, especially in that first game.
Again, Clayster and Arcides just trying to hold the front line as they get teammates off spawn. Seems like both teams have someone at least playing it more passively.
Do they have 2 FG42s right now? They mix it up for this half. No, okay, all right, interesting. Because Arcides, I believe, rocked the FG42 for the first half.
2 dead. They'd have the 3rd squeaking in the top window, and Silly's giving away his position. This is a chance now. They know where Clayster is. But no, everyone's spawning up around him. Apathy will be dead here momentarily.
But still, like, making them all turn around, it still gives your team a chance here to at least get in position.
Yep.
But now, as 2 players drop mid-map, that position I spoke about is evaporated.
Arcides just made a sick play. He expected the player to chase him, so he got him weak and then threw a nade at his feet and sprinted away. And the guy just ran right into it. But there, again, the wave of kills that eUnited were getting earlier to get those pulls out. Missed right there, 4 dead, and those blue arrows are going to soar up the map.
Apathy will be the first one in position. Teammates reinforcing him now. That'll be an easy kill for Nameless. Apathy has spotted one push through. There's another kill, 2 down.
They've got to get these kills quick. 3.
They called back flag out. They called it out. But Silly making the play. They kept calling back flag. I can hear Enable screaming it. Silly goes huge.
That's one example of where 1 kill makes all the difference in a CTF. Silly dies right there. That flag is pulled towards lower kind of flak guns, and that's basically a guaranteed capture unless a great stun is hit from the side of eUnited.
Silly did it on defense. Can he do it here on offense as well? He's got a tough gunfight. Nameless has the elevation. Enable's going to peek him as well. Silly at least kind of distracting 2 players here, but they're not going to be armored on him, so he's got the back, but immediately they're going to push him while he's stunned, but still able to win the gunfight. Silly being a nuisance right now. Clayster trying to come over and help. Didn't call him out. He's going to step on his head. He's going to step on his head again and then give him a melee to the brain.
EG backs against the wall in their spawn. 30 seconds left. eUnited will have 1 more chance for a score in regular time. Pristini with the nade. There's the entry. There's the second. It's a 2v4 in the base, and now it's all eUnited sprinting forward. Nameless trying to stay alive. Will get 1 more. Will that buy enough time for his team to come off spawn?
Yep.
They're going to overextend.
2 pop. They have to overextend. 10 seconds left. 3 are up now. 3 are up now. Nice shots there from Aches. Nagus up top. I didn't even almost stick him. It connects, though. Aches with the shots, with the Kobe, and the kills.
Now I think they might give Apathy a chance to go for a flagpole. They haven't returned it yet. I'm surprised he didn't just run into the base. Yeah, now go for the return. Yeah.
Okay.
Once Apathy dies, go for the return. Do not give any chance of someone sneaking up on you. When Apathy turned back towards the flat gun, I was kind of confused.
It's almost like the go for it came in like a second late. Like whoever was yelling, like, go for it, just a moment late there.
This was a huge two-piece from Apathy. That let Pristini dive away with the flag, so we will go into overtime with the score tied 1-1.
And Aches, who had been struggling throughout most of it, has one of the bigger plays there of regulation.
Yep.
Those 2 kills at the end. I mean, Nameless did it for eUnited too, but he's at least able to keep this into overtime, so no score for United.
Again, first wave of kills now. Middle map positioning and control. Apathy knows where 1 is. Pristini, though, with the first blood. Oh.
I know where you are now.
Yeah, silly panic shoots. Clayster, gunned there by Nameless. EG, map positioning advantage. Awkward position for Arcitys, 4 versus 1 in the base. They are all gonna spawn up there. This is that second wave of kills I've talked about. First blood for Clay.
And the big thing is, if you had a streak to work with here, I mean, that could have been a very quick score, but you don't. It's all gonna have to be guns. One more in the back.
Oh.
One more in the back, second spawned. Wasn't able to win it. Arcitys goes big.
Arcitys just went huge right there with the 2-piece.
Kind of what you saw Silly do earlier, right? Kind of that lone man in the back, making the play.
Nameless, he snuck in, but Clayster's trying to sniff him out.
Ah, he's through. He's through. I thought he was going to leave that and go for a touch.
I think his team was feeling the pressure. If he wins a 1v1 here, nope, gets caught sprinting.
Oh, well, I thought Aches was going to lose that gunfight, but he is able to come out on top.
Look at the streaks. Look at how close Arcitys is. Some 3 kills and a couple flag returns.
Remember, he was very close to open the game, really.
Yep.
And died in the same position, 25 off streaks.
But here's the thing. We know how good streaks can be on this map, right? You wait out. Oh,
again, he dies 25 off streaks. That's frustrating for him, I'm sure.
2v2 in the base, 2v1 in the base. Silly, the last hope, throws a nade. Nameless is now out with the flag. eUnited will have to overextend. Do they have a stun on? No, they're going to try to nade where he runs to. That one falls a little bit short. Middle map being watched. Front of the base being watched.
Wow. Arcitys snaps onto 1, but can't finish it.
Capture.
There's your score.
And
2-13 in streaks.
He gets a fighter pilot from that.
How different does that go if Arcitys gets both sets of streaks throughout this game?
No,
25 off both times.
Complete game changing. And remember, when the way that the meta is on this map, you basically, you get the 3 or 4 dead, then you wait just for them to come off spawn for about 1 second, and then you call in your streaks and almost always get a 2 or 3 piece, especially on this one. Did he spot both there? I don't believe so.
I've got a couple FG42s here on the cross.
Nice shots, Arcitys.
Aches does get a kill, but Nameless can't follow it up. Another drops for United, though. EG still holding strong and still have the 1 streak to work with. Did we get any more on that? Yeah, probably not now.
Apathy trying to hold this pressure middle. Enable holding his lane. Did they get the call out of the guy pushing outside? Does appear so. Apathy's not able to snap in time as Arcitys uses that off angle to cut him down. Half the time in OT. Now gone. 1 minute, 20 seconds left for eUnited to work with.
I just feel like United's going to get a pull, and this streak's going to be what shuts it down.
Pristini's all the way in the back. Oh, that's stun, though.
Apparently did not matter. He gets stunned and still able to win the gunfight. That's going to turn all the heads. Look at all those blue arrows turning around.
But he's got no help.
To go back to the base. But yeah, he's by himself. Somehow still getting kills, even though he's in this spot. The streak comes in, and there it is. I mean, that was a pretty good opportunity, right? The fact I know he's in a tough spot, but the fact he got 2 kills there.
Listen, but here's the thing. They've had to use the streak. They just used the streak.
True.
Now if United can surge up the map and try to get something going, they know they don't have to worry about that fighter pilot anymore.
Will they get a final surge is the question. Not a whole lot of time to work with. Aches shuts down the first.
They might counterpull right now. They've got them all pinned.
And Apathy is in the back. They have no idea Apathy's here. He's going to touch it.
No.
Well, now okay. Won it. Under 30 to go.
That's a big gunfight victory for Clay. They know exactly where Apathy is too. Apathy really can't cross.
Wow! Clayster just evaporated there as Apathy flicks onto him. Nameless trying to clean up the rest.
Wow.
I think someone just broke something on the stage. I believe EG's fired up. And there's the 3-0. A big win for EG. Struggles for eUnited continue.